Before 1090 Jake speaks, this video is titled Florida's Dumbest Crash Outs who texted a plan to rob 6ix9ines house or home.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, and I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on the 6ix9ine home invasion.
Yeah, so most likely you'll be discussing these crash outs who allegedly texted their plan to rob 6ix9ine's house. So I don't know why would they text something like that, because as you already know, everything can be tracked. All your phone calls, all your messages, all your social media posts, everything can be tracked. So if you're doing something like that, why are you even discussing it telephonically?
Apparently now, all three suspects have been identified. 2 suspects are in custody, and the last is on the run in California. Now, you don't have to crash to get cash. There's an app called Free Cash in which you can literally... 6ix9ine's home was home invaded. And this is the surveillance video. 3 guys come in. They have his mom in the corner there. The dog's walking around. He's got a big-ass gun on him. They're going through the crib. They don't really leave with much. They do leave with some items, but this was a big case, and this was shocking for...
Yeah, once they got there, or before they got there, or as soon as they realized that 6ix9ine's mother was present on the property when they were coming to rob, why did they continue to do their home invasion or robbery? Once they saw she was there, they should have just taken their things and left, planned it for another time. But let's continue to watch.
For a lot of people, because it's like, you know, they ran up in 6ix9ine's crib, and people would have expected either he would get hurt or he would get viciously robbed, and neither one of these things happened. So the news broke, and Pedro Rodriguez got picked up for the case.
Yeah, as you look at, just looking by this picture, you can tell he's a bit slow. Nothing was really planned properly. He didn't know exactly really what he was doing in this home invasion or robbery.
And there was a ton.
He also looks like the type to self-snitch, but let's continue watching.
Of evidence. I mean, it's like he's basically done. You know what I mean? If I had to bet money, I would bet the house that he's about to do dumb long in prison. So we're going to break it down again, but we're also going to go over the co-defendant that's been picked up and the third alleged suspect who's on the run. Now, this is Sergio Andrade, I don't know how the fuck to pronounce that, but he got booked on January 31st.
Yeah, the third suspect that's on the run is most likely, highly likely, that they'll put another case on him for avoiding the law enforcement.
2026, and this is the alleged second home invader. So let's jump right into his paperwork. Now, this is just going over the crime that took place. They responded to an armed home invasion robbery. Everyone that was there at the time is listed here. And then, of course, 6ix9ine, who wasn't home at the time that this happened. Now, we'd also get the description of all 3 suspects and full breakdowns of what they were wearing, even the one that was seen clearly with a gun. And then it would tell us here at the bottom the items that were stolen. A gold and black Van Cleef earrings worth $2,600. A diamond necklace and the nameplate of 6ix9ine's girlfriend worth $25,000. Black Balenciaga purse, $2,000. Chanel purse, $5,000. Insurance cards, $400. And then a couple of credit cards, whatever. All right, now bear with me. I have to super zoom in the paperwork because there's phone numbers in it, and I don't want y'all blowing up the suspects. But a search warrant was obtained for Rodriguez, who again is this one, right? They get the search warrant for his apartment. They execute the search warrant, and at the time of the execution, they find Pedro Rodriguez's mom, him, and this kid named Sergio. Now, during an interview with Pedro Rodriguez, he confirmed his phone number, claimed he's had it for a couple of years, and advised he's never been to 6ix9ine's community. He was staying at his girlfriend's home and came home afterwards. The cop asked if he had ever met 6ix9ine. He advised he met him in traffic. He claimed to get a photograph with him on the side of the road. The cop asked if he had heard anything recently happening to him, and he said no. The cop advised him that he found evidence in his room, at which time Pedro advised he wished to remain silent in the investigation, or the interview stopped. But Sergio would confirm his phone number, and when asked if he'd ever been to 6ix9ines community, he said no. He'd further advised that he has never been to 6ix9ines house. Later on, speaking to Sergio, he would change his story, saying that he's been to 6ix9ines community and that he would go there to visit a girl.
Yeah, so the fact that he changed his statement saying that he's been to 6ix9ines community, that already is a problem because he's already contradicting himself. So, as you know, when they're getting interrogated, it's all video footage, audio recording, so he's already contradicted himself. So that alone will worsen things regarding his case.
Girl named Sadie Brown. He also advised that he associated with somebody named Riley Olsen, who also lived in there. When asked who he and Pedro associated with, Sergio said Miguel. When asked for consent to go on his phone, Sergio said no. When asked to collect DNA...
Another strange thing too that I picked up on everyone involved in this case for home invasion or robbery. One surname is Rodriguez, another one somewhere here, but to me they all look like they of Spanish or Mexican descent. 6ix9ine is also of Spanish or Mexican descent. So it just goes to show when it comes to crime or criminal activity, people will do it to their own people. There's no discrimination. People don't care. If they think they can get something from you, financial or anything related to that, they will go ahead and commit the crime.
Sergio said no. When asked where he was on November 16th, he said he was with Pedro at night. Now bear with me, because the amount of evidence y'all are about to hear is gonna leave y'all with the same conclusion that I came to. These kids are done. On December 20th, 2025, the sheriffs met with Pedro's mom, and during an interview with her, they went through the ring videos that she provided, and she advised who each subject was in the videos, meaning she identified her son and his friends. Now, they can also be seen leaving the home and walking to a white Lexus determined to be Sergio's through documentation. And not only that, Pedro's mom would advise Pedro was with Sergio and Miguel, confirming all of the identification. Basically, they have all of this. These guys leaving the house in these same exact fits, and they have this kid's mom telling the investigators who they are. Now, in summary, the video shows Pedro Rodriguez, Miguel Garcia, and Sergio Andrade all wearing similar clothing used in the home invasion before and after the crime. And on December 23rd, they received a phone call from Pedro's mom who advised that she spoke to Sergio. And he said that he knows law enforcement is coming after him. Therefore, he is going to stay at home and wait for them. She further advised that Miguel is on the run and that the family put him on a train to California.
This AI tool will create a stunning ebook direct from your content, whether it's a Microsoft Word document or a Google document.
They are all aware of how this is going to end. We don't even know what Miguel looks like. He's on the run to Cali. U.S. Marshals are going to be after that boy. 1,000%. They're going to send the Marshals to go get him. As far as the other two, they're done. And the mom, it seems like the mom is the fucking lead detective in this case. She's the one, here's all the ring video. That's my son. These are his two friends. This one says he's home waiting for y'all to go get him. The other one's on the train over to California. Like, I don't know if she's the type of mom that's like, you know what, they made mistakes, they need to own up to it, or she's just oblivious to the fact that she's essentially burying her son. 1,000%. And, I mean...
Yeah, I think the mother feels like they need to face the consequence for their actions. And she could also be aware or slightly aware that she's burying her son. But I think mostly it's out of fear, because if she does not cooperate, it's going to bring unnecessary attention on her side. She's cooperating, I think, mostly out of fear and abiding by the law. I don't think her intention is to get her children or her son's friends arrested, but she has to speak on what she knows.
To each its own. I can't blame her. It's her kid. And it's his mistake. But you're doing a lot of work for the police. Now, detectives would even interview the girl Sadie Brown, whose name came up during the interview with...
Yeah, I think the better option for her is to not speak or say much because she was not at the crime scene. So she cannot be implicated, arrested, or charged, most likely. So for her, the best thing would be for her to keep quiet or say she doesn't know anything or much, as opposed to her giving as much information as she is.
Sergio, during the sworn recorded interview, she says she knows Sergio and he has two friends named Miguel and Pedro, who goes by Rec. This is significant as one of the suspects called out to Pedro Rodriguez, aka Rec, in the surveillance video provided by the victim. So that eliminates all the accusations of the Island Boys being involved because he didn't shout out Red, he shouted out Rec. So Rec, aka Pedro Rodriguez, is the one that's carrying the gun. Now, the detectives would ask if she knew 6ix9ine lived in the area, and she said yes. And she advised that all three of them also knew that, as they had all talked about it before. And if you thought that they weren't stupid as fuck already, apparently there's a chat between Sergio and Pedro, right? And this is the details. Pedro, 6ix9ine is in Miami. Sergio, holy fuck. He leaked the store address on stream with Aiden. I looked it up. It's in Miami. His IG, nothing though. Let me know. I'm with it. Need a third and wheels. Pedro sends a video holding two Glock handguns, one with blue markings on the side. Sergio, where? What you caught? Pedro, on the way to get 43X. Sergio, we gonna be rich. Pedro, I'm doing this for us so we get rich. You already know what it is. Pedro later sends a video of himself holding a black Glock 43X with an extended red magazine with a light mount attached. During the video, you can also see a portion of Rodriguez's tattoo on his arm. In his lap is another black handgun with an extended magazine. This is significant because when I reviewed the surveillance video from the victim's residence, they noticed Pedro holding a black handgun with a red extended magazine and a light mount attachment. Sergio, can Miguel even hold that bit right now? I'm using that bit tonight. The blank you with won't come on the lick. Lick is street terminology for committing a robbery. Pedro, I don't trust his ass like that. I don't know what time Miguel get off work tomorrow. Miguel got a fucking job. Why the fuck is Miguel doing this stupid ass shit? Sergio, 11-3. And they even reached out to Miguel's supervisors confirming that he had a job in the time that he worked. Pedro, no matter what happens, I love you. Sergio, told my mom I was with...
No matter what happens, I love you. So you already knew before committing the crime that they were going to get caught for it. And what's this next line? I told my mom I was with a bitch, love your niggas. Okay.
The bitch, love y'all. Y'all gonna be loving each other for a long time in prison. A long ass time. I hope y'all boys is bunkies. You literally signing up texting, we gonna be rich. I'm doing it for y'all. I'm doing it for you.
That's another thing I don't understand. He said we're going to be rich after doing this home invasion or robbery. The things that they stole most likely didn't even come or is not even worth $40,000 or more. So for you to get rich off that, I don't understand. How are you going to get rich off a home invasion or robbery? The things in his house, you think he's going to keep anything valuable in his house or he's going to keep it in storage? 6ix9ine is not stupid. So before you commit a crime or anything of that nature, please plan properly, know exactly what you're doing and know the consequence that comes with it.
So, I love you more. I bet. Stupid. Love each other in that fucking cell.
Even the fact that they committed this crime and robbery, most likely they've never even been to prison. Because if you've been to prison for a long enough period of time, you want to avoid crime altogether.
Don't have to crash to get cash. Download the free Cash app. This is my fucking point. Miguel had a damn job and still decides to do this shit. Pedro's dumb as a motherfucker, clearly. Sergio ain't got nothing to lose. They want to lose it all for each other. That's how much they love each other. That's real brotherly love right there. I'm going to throw away my whole life for you, homie. Yeah, me too. Fuck life. Fuck it.
Why are you want to throw away your own life for another man? Or why are you willing to give away your life for a male? Why don't you get a wife, have some children, and give your life to them? Stay out of the prison, work, provide and protect for your family, and stay out the prison instead of wasting your time going to prison and doing stupid things.
Only get one, but it doesn't even matter. During this conversation, Rodriguez sends Sergio a video and pictures of a firearm. You can tell it's Rodriguez because he's wearing a black jacket, one of the gun's extended magazine. In the conversation.
And hopefully, as they said, they are black jacket and they were all dressed similarly. Hopefully, the clothes that they wore for this crime they got rid of.
Rodriguez sends a screenshot and video of the surveillance video from the home invasion robbery saying, if I get a hotel tonight, you down to spend the night? Shit hot, we all gotta duck off just in case Troll or these blank 6ix9ines is in jail, gang.
After this robbery, you're planning on going to a hotel room. Instead of going with your girlfriend, your wife, or a female, you'd rather invite your friend that you committed the crime. But to me, that doesn't make sense. What is your orientation?
For a couple months, Sergio replies that they should leave Florida. This conversation is significant as they are admitting to being involved in the home invasion as well as possessing the same guns used in the home invasion. Furthermore, there are photos of a red vehicle with bullet holes, and Pedro texted, I was not even an inch away from getting head tapped. It grazed the car, flew past my head, not even an inch, because I was shooting back. So they're talking about this shootout that they apparently got into after the home invasion. And the red car, you know, it's the same vehicle that I showed y'all with the body cam when Rec got punched on by that girl for bumping into her car. Finally, during the conversation, Pedro and Sergio are talking about Miguel and how he has become weak by calling him a pussy. They say that Miguel was asking for the gun so he could sell it.
Yeah, that girl that was punching on one of them after the robbery, I think that's the person that 6ix9ine should have had as his security guarding his property. Most likely these people wouldn't have got him.
Based on the conversation alone, it appears Pedro and Sergio were the ones who planned the robbery and recruited. Miguel, they calling you pussy in the paperwork. I wouldn't be surprised if you flip and tell on their ass. As far as them two, they played. Messages about, oh, we gotta get the gun. Oh, I see him on stream. He's with Aiden. Oh, we know this little white girl that lives in the neighborhood. We're gonna tell the police everybody we know, but act like we're not giving up all this information. Them boys are fried. They recruited Miguel. Miguel's still on the run. He's out there somewhere in California or whatever. His people put him on a train. He need to go below Mexico if he don't want to end up in the Florida Department of Corrections.
There's another thing I was thinking of. You're on the run, but you run into California. You're still in the United States. Don't you think the law enforcement can still get access to you? There's no way that you can remain in the United States. You're on the run and then think nothing's going to happen. They're going to find you, add another charge on you, and you're going to prison.
As far as these two, they're already locked up. I don't know, bro. Maybe like 2 years, 3 years. You're going to get an outcome in this case. And I guarantee, I'll bet money, no less than 15. No less. No less than 15 at all, even with cooperation. I don't see it. A home invasion, they're fighting a life sentence. Home invasion robbery with the firearm, they're fighting a life sentence. And that, I don't...
Also the fact that it's 6ix9ine's property and his mother was present during the home invasion. So most likely these people will be made an example of by the court system.
I don't even know what the fuck this shootout shit is about, but they get hit with charges on that too. They extra fucked. There is way too much evidence in this case. This is a clear-cut example of crashing out. You hear somebody rich